Hello everyone and welcome back to more of Minecraft Polyworld. Alright, today finally definitely we're gonna finish with the village, but there is one thing I forgot to do, so I'm gonna do it right now before I forget again. And that is add Cater's name to the Wall of Fame. Hey, that rhymes, name, fame, haha. Yeah, we got a new Patreon yesterday, or technically the day before. And I actually forgot to add their name. So I'm gonna do that right now, very quickly. Hopefully they'll hop on later and they'll see. But yeah, we're gonna do this first, then we're going to finish that house that we started building yesterday, which is almost done actually. I just ran out of bricks for the last stretch. Then we'll also while I'm here, I might as well grab another spawn, a villager spawn egg and another spawner from the from that place. Because I also want to have a villager spawner up there, because why the hell not? It's gonna be cursed as hell. So yeah. First things first though, something very important I forgot about. Distractions, distractions. Every stream I'm very distracted. Oh man, these old builds, they bring me back. So nostalgic. All the way back in classic 0.28. Or was it 29? Nope, it was 28. Very nice. Okay, the Wall of Fame is over here. Probably should have taken a minecart, but whatever. Nostalgic is super funny. Hello, Griffin. Welcome back to the stream. It's been a while. Any new trees that I should add? I don't think so. I mean, I'm kind of missing the alternative shapes for those guys, for the spruce trees. I might actually try to get that today, because for the second half of the stream, I don't really have much to do, so might as well do that. But yeah, but first things first, let's add the name over here. So we have Cater. I was like, why am I hearing a gas? Then I remembered the mob museum, of course. $14.99 Patreon. There we go. Wow, the Wall of Fame is actually full. I'm gonna have to expand it soon. The moment we get another donation or another Patreon, I'm gonna have to expand this thing. I don't want to put names at the back, because that's kind of mean. So I'll just have to like expand it maybe this way, because this way is close to the cake. So yeah, there we go. There we have it. Cater, if you're watching this in the later on, if you're watching the VOD, thank you again for becoming a Patreon. Much appreciated. Hello, Yellow. Welcome back. I remember seeing these builds being built on the Bugman server live. Haha, yes. Back when I was still a member and I was posting regularly. Two T's? What? What are you talking about? I'm already on the way back, so I'm not going back to fix any typos. Oh, you mean the, let's see. I think I might have made a typo. I think. Actually, don't know. I really hope they hop on stream, because I made a typo somewhere, clearly. It's either in the... either on the sign or on the bar at the top. I really don't know. It must be the sign, actually, because if it was the bar, they would have noticed yesterday. But once they come on, we'll fix it. Their name is on there. That's what's most important. Also, this needs harvesting. All right, let's do some housekeeping as usual. The start of every stream is a little bit of housekeeping. Somewhere is a problem. Yes, it's not that big of a problem though. I mean, it kind of is, but I can't be sure until they're back. I could just check the VOD right now, but I'm already streaming, so... Okay, that is not very nice, Yellow. Bruh. Hello, Gavin. Welcome back to the stream. Hello, Asano. Welcome back. PC lagged, rip. Get a new PC, lol. Okay, there we go. We have been first in the past, Yellow, I'm pretty sure, at least once. Doesn't really matter who's first or who's last. As long as you're all here. Okay. What's this update and what happened? There is no update. We're still on 1.8. Today is in fact the last day in 1.8. So yeah, we're still on 1.8, Asano. You didn't miss much. You missed me spending the entire week building the Netherroof village. So you get to see that here shortly. I just wanna harvest my crops real quick. And then we'll head back to the Nether and you'll get to see it. You'll get to see what I've been working on the entire week. Oopsies. Oopsies. Okay. Wow, I was not expecting this. Oh, wow, and there's a freaking thing over here. Okay. Now let's fix both of these holes then. How did I never see this before? There's literally a hole right there. There's a butter moment right there. Okay. I don't have school today. Nice. There you go, Yellow. That's good. Not really, Griffin, because unfortunately I have to go to the Netherlands starting September, meaning I won't be able to stream. So, judging by my estimate, I'm going to reach version 1.13 before that happens. And after that, I won't be able to stream at all, so I won't be able to make any progress on this Polyworld until next summer. So, I'm gonna be stuck on 1.13 basically until then. So don't get your hopes up, unfortunately. Unless I somehow miraculously get an internship that's remote at the last second, which is... The likelihood of that is lower than the likelihood of me winning the lottery, pretty much. So, yeah, let's... It's more than likely that I won't be able to make any progress past 1.13 for quite a while. And also keep in mind I'll be spending a lot, and I mean a lot of time in 1.7 and 1.8. Because they're basically the end of an era. After that it's all downhill from there, so... Want to make the most of it. Unimpressive. What did I miss here? Watch out, there's a cave under the farm. Just reading my exam. Thanks for the heads up, by the way, Kevin. I don't have school today either because I graduated. Oh, you graduated recently, Gavin, or you're just saying that for the joke? I also graduated like years ago, 4 years ago now. Jeez. I wish I could graduate from university already. To be honest, it's such a pain. Yellow Monday. Monday is when the version will release. Tomorrow we're hosting the private multiplayer test, and we're gonna spend Sunday fixing bugs and preparing the full release of 1.5. Being able to play this for longer is probably good, if anything. Yes. It has been going on for quite a while. That much is true. 2019. I graduated high school in 2019. Hey, you graduated the same year that I did, Gavin. I also graduated in 2019. Good times. Very good times. Jumped out of university and got a job after technical school. Honestly, I'm in such a shitty situation because I really want to drop out of university. It's not worth it, but at the same time, I'm like in my third year, so it would feel like a waste of money and time if I do that. So I'm basically stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's not fun. Not fun at all. No, Yellow, you cannot. You're too young to use Discord. Lucky people. What makes me lucky in particular, Asano? Except COVID was not 2019 though, Griffin. COVID was 2020. And also, to be honest, COVID was actually great for me because I got to work from home. Then I basically got to I got paid for not working at a time thanks to COVID, and I had online education thanks to COVID, which was much better, both financially and for my mental health. So COVID was like one of the best things. One of the best things that could have happened to me, ironically. But I'm like one of very few. I know most people didn't like the isolation and all that. Personally, I adored it. You did it in your second year. Yes, second year is like the last chance that you have. I'm into it balls deep by this point. There's like no turning back, I feel like. If I do turn back now, it'll feel like I wasted 4 years of my life and God knows how much freaking money. Just because you set your account to 2000 doesn't mean you were born then, Yellow. I'm 99.9% sure that you are way too young. I have 2 Discord servers, Gavin. One is a private server for my Patreons, and the other one is Legacy Plus, for the Legacy Plus mods, which is a temporary server. It's going to close down after the project is finished. 2020 was one of my best years. I met so many people online, but 90% of them disappeared or don't want to talk to me. Welcome back to the stream, Nasco. I forgot to welcome you back. I apologize. What changed in worse? 2020 was good for me just because I got to stay home. And 2021 kind of sorta as well. 2022 and onwards is when shit started to hit the fan. It was pretty good for me too. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Wish some of these people were still around. Sad. No, Yellow, you cannot, because it's a private thing that only testers have access to. Gavin had a job after graduating from school. Well, if I do that, I'll die starving. What do you mean? If you have a job, if you have a stable income, you should be good, Asano. No, Yellow, you cannot. For the last time, stop asking. Literally, if you join, you put the entire server at risk, because you're breaking Discord's terms of service. I went to technical school apprenticeship though. That's something I really wish I did, Gavin. That if I have one regret like a missed opportunity or something I did wrong in my life, it's that. It's going to university and not just going to a specialized high school. Because a traditional high school diploma here doesn't really mean jack shit. Like, the only thing you could use that diploma for is to apply for university, and university is a nightmare. I do not recommend university in the slightest. It is not for everyone. If you don't mind, like, having your mental health go down the drain, then go for it. You have to be like a very strong individual for that. Okay, I can make another hay block. Sugarcane. Hello, Jonas. No, there aren't any new people here. All of these are regulars. The only new person was Kader. They became a Patreon, but they aren't here right now, it seems. Or maybe they aren't, they're just watching in the background, which is also fine. Okay, store that. Don't have job easy here. I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, Nasco, don't you know Discord terms of service? I sometimes swear, Yellow. That's why I do not recommend watching these if you're too young. It's just how I roll. I feel like you should be able to have apprenticeship in Iraq too, though, right? For arts and jobs, maybe. I don't know. I don't know either. I'm not from there. Okay, let's not forget to get the spawner. You watched the video of multiplayer? You might have seen Steel Cat's video from all the way back in Craftology in the Anarchy event in 15A. That is a very old video. I don't have any multiplayer stuff going on right now, Yellow. Okay, where's my spawners? Can never remember where any of these things are. There we go. Mob spawner. There was a creepy cave noise right there. Compilation time. Okay, let's eat. Let's store this. Let's take a snooze. Boom. I came here from, I think it was the Mr. Epic when he gave a shout out. Yes, most people that know me from Mr. Epic. Honestly, I'm thankful to Nasco that he made the Recreation Project public, because I've been getting way less messages about it, about the remakes, and that's a good thing. I think the hype, the trend is finally dying out. Thank the Lord Almighty. Just since I can't catch streams often and I'm not up to what's been going on in this world since beta, what are some of the highlights? There's a lot you missed, Griffin. Way too much to go over this this episode, because I have a lot of work that I want to do today, because today's the last day before my break. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of this right now before I forget. But yeah, you will get to see what I've been working on this week though, Griffin, here in a second. I'm going back to the Nether. Speak English pretty well, Asano. Maybe get a job in the US military as a translator. Yeah, Asano's English is pretty good. I would say it's like B2. Which is definitely very good. Bozo. It's been a month. It's been a month already? It only feels like it was like 2 weeks ago. Jeez. Time really flies. Damn. Should have missed a lot. I'm also interested. Griffin, I will be making a world tour video again very soon. After I'm done with 1.9, I'll make the next world tour video. So make sure to check that out when you have time. Kind of, Gavin. My personal Discord server is private. It used to be public back in the day, but I made it private. It's reserved for Patreons and close friends, basically. I have a public server, which is Legacy Plus, but that's a temporary thing. That's only for the Legacy Plus project, and it will close down after the project is finished. I'll shut down that server, because there's not going to be a use for it anymore. Why, thank you, Yellow. I'm glad someone likes my voice. It was released on 21st of April. Also, it hasn't been a month yet. Still, it's almost a month. That is still like a lot. I was not expecting time to fly this fast. I guess I should be. I'm getting distracted. There are not things like apprenticeship. US military only in capital and in north. Oh, that's a shame. I hope you get that sorted though, Asano. Best wishes. It can be tough, like finding a job, especially in this current day and age. It can be very tough. I'm speaking from experience, because I literally cannot for the life of me find an internship. There's plenty of opportunities, not like there's no opportunities at all, but these companies, I swear to God, they just have like the most unrealistic expectations. I'm literally an intern. I'm supposed to be learning, and they like expect me to already know everything, to just use me for cheap labor. That's what it feels like. Okay, let's put some fences here in the corners. I would hope there isn't a ghast around here. Those are always scary. Yeah, so about any experience you can't find good job easily. Yeah, I don't know how these companies expect things to work. Like, honestly, people start out at some point. They have to start out. Like, you can't just expect someone who has literally just graduated university to already have like years of experience. Like, excuse me, what? That's not how things work. Like, that is a genuine bruh moment right there. Okay, that looks a little bit strange, but whatever. Let's continue building up. Have more experienced workers when they leave the program. 99% of what companies like about interns. Yeah, but the problem is they want the labor to actually be very high quality. You know, they want it to be like, they want you to be basically freaking perfect, to know everything and just be a regular worker, but they pay you way less because, oh yeah, you're an intern, by the way, because so we're obligated to pay you less. That's what really irks me. That's what doesn't sit right with me at all. It's really frustrating. If I want to work for free just to gain experience, they won't accept, mostly because they will say we don't want to annoying our employees because of you. Yeah, that's another thing. I feel like these companies, they only want to have interns that actually know what they're doing, just so that they can have like more workforce and not pay them, or pay them very little, which is like really messed up. That should honestly be illegal, but like governments around the world are like, they don't care about students at all. At least most governments, from what I've seen. Definitely not the Dutch government, because the freaking internships there are basically mandatory regardless of your study, and they always have to be like 5 months in length, with like at least 40 something hours every week, and they can also be unpaid. Like, unpaid internships are not forbidden or anything like that. So it's just like, why torture us like this? It's beyond goofy, straight up messed up, Griffin. If you think about it. Yes, exactly what Gavin said. That is why you also shouldn't be on Discord at all. Of everyone being a predator. Oh boy. I was just about to say that, Gavin. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm gonna have some bricks left over. That's awesome. Okay, am I gonna have enough stairs? I might not have enough stairs. I might have to actually make these bricks into stairs. That's kind of annoying, but oh well. And over here on this balcony, I might do something with this balcony here. I might like make an overhang. That would be nice. Something in my eye. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Tired. Come on, there you go. Actually, it's gonna be way easier if I just do it like this. Not like that though. No, stop doing that. What the? There. Is that connected? Of course it's not connected. Why would it be connected? How do I even connect this? Is that connected? I can't even tell if that's connected. I really hope it's connected, because otherwise that's gonna come back and bite me in the ass. These private companies start to give a crap ton of CV, so I try to have many certifications as fast as I can. That's something I should probably be doing. That might explain my lack of luck in this whole ordeal, but still, I don't think it should be like that freaking brutal, you know? At the end of the day, we're just interns. We're there to learn, not to be freaking abused. I like how every time I play this game, I'm literally playing a freaking block game, mostly intended for children, mind you, and we're just discussing these deep topics in the chat. It's very nice. Deep and serious topics. Oh my god, I hate stairs. Still better than mind test stairs though, that's what I'm sure. Mind test stairs are just the worst. I love the game, but holy crap are the stairs in that game annoying to work with. Oh my god, why is it why is it a corner? How does this make any freaking sense? What? How? Stop that. No. Oh my god. Stairs. Gotta hate them. What happened over here? Oh. I swear to god. Stairs are my arch nemesis. Okay, it seems to be fine on that end. Seems to be fine there and fine there. Okay, good. It was only there that point. Oh my god. I wanted to put fences around here. Thank you. Actually, no, that looks kind of weird. Whatever. No fences. No fences. Let's go back up. Not any insurance. I don't think there's even a lot of money in private companies. Actually, there might be. Because the bigger the company, the wealthier it is, the more greedy it is, and therefore the more it screws over its employees. From what I've observed. Whereas smaller, like startup companies, they tend to be a lot more laid back and stuff. Even though they have less to give, they actually give it. Because they're not as greedy. The more you have, the more you want, as they say. Okay, I need torches, because I can't see jack. Made the first Polyworld vid 1 year ago. Yes. It's already been a year since the first video, and it's been way over a year and 5 months, since I actually started this project. Insane. I really wish I could actually finish this project without having to stop like mid-version. But unfortunately that doesn't seem like it's gonna happen, because I was really hoping that I would be able to reach the latest version. I'm definitely gonna be able to reach the latest version if I have my internship remotely or like here, where I currently live. That would be for the best, because that way I can just I have basically 5 to 6 months more to work on this, because I'm going to be at home. I'm going to be able to stream. I'm going to have access to my computer. I'm going to have a little bit more time than usual. So, but unfortunately that probably won't happen. Because I did the math with the pace that I'm going at. I'm going to definitely 100% be able to finish this series, or at the very least, like, reach the latest version. I mean, I'm going to be able to do that if I had just 5 extra months, but unfortunately that won't be the case. Oh, them are monopolies. That's what I fear the most. I feel like in the future it's gonna be like that. Because it's getting harder and harder to become a startup company because of capitalism. Most startup companies, they just like fail to keep up with the rapidly growing technologies, and they just like shut down because all these major corporations, they just have all the money and resources in the world, so they can just develop new tech themselves that only they use. They don't share with anyone else because greed. And by the end, these like smaller companies get consumed by the sharks. That's why they're called sharks. The major corporations in any industry, they're just called sharks because that's what they are. They just devour devour the tiny guys, the small fish. Again, it's really messed up, but that's just unfortunately how the world works. I want to be with big monopoly company before it is too late. I guess that's one way of doing it. What did I come here for? Oh yes, I wanted to actually craft stuff. Let's craft some more stairs. I don't need that many more stairs though, so like just one stack into stairs should be enough. Actually, yeah, I can just put those. There we go. That should definitely be enough. I mean, drink some water. A Gario, but with companies, exactly. This is a big house, and quite a lovely looking one as well. And it does actually look different from the farmhouse over there. Yeah, it definitely looks way different. That's nice. So at least I managed to actually build every building in a unique style. Oh yeah, I don't know if you're still here, Griffin, but yeah, this is what I've been working on. The Netherroof Village. There's the castle that I built all the way back in 1.4. 2 houses over there, 1 small shack there. This is another house that I'm working on. There's a farmhouse over there and a marketplace in the center. I'm gonna have a villager spawner here by the end. Okay, and last but not least, slabs to top it off. Boom, boom, boom. It's a beautiful village. Thank you, Asano. I don't think you've seen it either, because you haven't been around as much, but yeah, now you've seen it. So, question is, should I extend this to have like a little roof above it, maybe? Let's see. Let's see how this is gonna look. I feel like this is gonna look probably worse, but okay, it's definitely gonna look worse actually. No, let's not go with this. I wanna save my resources. I learned my lesson because I tried the same thing over there with that shack and it looked awful, so. Alright, let's put some red stained glass. Some nether brick fence. Minecraft RG2468. Hello, welcome to the stream. Another person who has fallen down the pre-classic rabbit hole, I see. So it feels like Vector is starting a trend with this. With these like non-existent builds. Okay, and down here, let's put the torches properly. Keeping it lit. I want to work for Google, but it's a dream for me. Honestly, my dream is not to work for any particular company, especially the big companies. Screw those, I hate them. My dream is to actually work for myself. I want to be like a freelancer or just have my own business and just work for myself, you know. I want to be free. That is my ultimate goal in life. Absolute freedom. To not be bound by the shackles of having like an office job or working for an employer or even having my own family. Hell, even that is like a burden of its own. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That way I can just focus on, you know, my own personal projects, my own personal growth, and all that stuff. Actually, I'm thinking This is a waste of glass, but honestly I don't care. I have plenty more. I should change the shape of this. To make it a little bit more interesting. There we go, that's way better now. And over here, let's have a double wide window on both sides. There we go. Okay, yeah, that also looks a bit more evil as well. I like that. Okay, I think we're just about ready to furnish this place. And let's put some fences here for decoration. Okay, that looks nice. Let's tear this down. I really hope none of these guys are up here. Again, the bigger I make this, the more dangerous it becomes. So I really need to be careful. That's why I'm just gonna stop here. I might expand on the marketplace part. I might add more stalls in in the future when we're gonna have the what's it called, the new blocks. I don't know what they're called, like the Fletcher, the stone cutter, all those new blocks. I might actually expand on this, but for now I would say it's done. I'm just gonna furnish this house and be done with it. Actually, the torches feel kind of cursed here, because all the other houses have like lamps and stuff, but problem is, due to the design of this house, the lamps won't really work that well. I guess I'll just keep the torches. But yeah, there it is, in its full glory. I think it came out pretty well, actually. For me, at least, this actually is like one of my best houses that I ever built. Even though it's still fairly simple, it's just a freaking rectangle with a smaller rectangle in front of it. But hey, if it works, it works, and it works for me. I'm good Minecraft player. Oh, okay. I thought you might be that. I thought so. On my phone. Welcome back to the stream. Freelancing, I think you mean freelancing, is good. Also very worthy in Iraq, meaning it's hard at beginning. It's always hard at the beginning. In order to become a freelancer and offer your services to companies so that they actually deem the services valuable and, you know, employ you, you really have to know your stuff. You really need to have like years of experience. That's the only problem with freelancing. My absolute dream, quote-unquote, job is, of course, like so many, especially young people, is to just be a YouTuber, like do this stuff full-time. You know, the streaming and all that, but it's really difficult. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it's very difficult to have this be as your main job, because first of all, it will never be sustainable, and second of all, there's like so much competition that it's just very, very difficult to really be unique in this day and age. So it's not easy at all, but that's kind of what I'm hoping for in the future with my quote-unquote career, because that's basically like the ultimate freedom for me. Because that way, I don't really work for an employer. I technically work for YouTube, but in reality, I just work for myself. And I get to do what I actually enjoy. Making videos or streaming random stuff. Not necessarily even video games. I could do other streams, because I just blabber on and on about stuff. So, like, something like Vinesauce. Vinesauce Joe in particular. He's a great inspiration to me. He's really funny. Really talented guy. Oh, I need pretty girl with me. Honestly, I kind of thought you were a girl, Asano, not gonna lie. I mean, you could be, actually. Who am I to judge? You could be. You could be LGBT, and that's all the more power to you, if you are. That's based. I have another idea for something I can make. Welcome back, Potato. I need a word edit program of some kind, though. Just use MC Edit. MC Edit seems to work fairly well. It's a bit jank, but for the most part it works. Yes, freelancing, Asano. You said freelancering, which is the incorrect terminology. It's the incorrect word. It's freelancing. That is the proper way to say it. Hope you learned something new today. 108 subscribers. Good YouTuber? I'm gonna be honest, no. I mean, there's a lot of really underrated YouTubers, but 100 is like basically nothing in today's landscape. IndevPlus Plus is so good. I thought you preferred Classic Plus. Yeah, IndevPlus Plus is good. I'm happy with how IndevPlus Plus came out. I'm a big boy. My real name is. Well, please do not dox yourself. Abbas. Okay. I need to make spheres. It's a snow globe thing. Each biome of the world will be a globe of its own. Oh, that is interesting, actually. Kind of like that one map with like the different spheres, and each sphere being a different thing. You know the one, I hope. Okay, kitchen is gonna be here, as usual. Crap, I should have taken the stairs to make tables and stuff. It'd be for 1.20, so MC Edit wouldn't work. Oh, okay. 1.20 definitely has even much better programs than MC Edit though, so just look around. It shouldn't be that hard to find. Okay, let's take this, let's even take the fences. Why not? Again, the click dragging! I swear, I'm not doing it on purpose. I just... That was the most beautiful ABBAs I heard. ABBA. Wasn't that also a band? ABBA? Okay, let's put this thing over here. There we go, so that's the kitchen. Over here, let's have a... I don't know, like a jukebox, I guess. So I have 2 jukeboxes, why not? I could have gotten some paintings. I always forget paintings even exist in this game, but I don't really have any like walls to place them on unless I place like a double white painting here or something, but I might actually do that, because the only other thing I have planned for today is to just get some stuff. Actually, to get some ice. But that's gonna be kind of boring, so yeah, I might actually get some paintings and place some paintings around these houses before I finish off with this village, at least for now. Those will be different heights from each other, not later because of lighting weirdness. Again, I like that idea, Potato. It reminds me of that one map, as I said, but the map was slightly different, because the map was just spheres, but they were made of exactly one type of block. Most of it actually reminds me of IndevPlus Plus of all things, the Ocean World type, because the Ocean World type generates 6. If your world is 512 by 512 or larger, 12 biodome spheres, and each sphere has a different quote-unquote biome. It's all just random terrain, but some spheres have sand and cactus, other spheres have grass and trees, some spheres are entirely composed of stone and caves. Well, I don't think they have caves, but they have stone. ABBA was a band. Abas, okay. I'm sorry for butchering that. It's a completely alien language and name for me. The only thing I hate on IndevPlus Plus is when I make a big world and the game crashes. There's nothing I can do about that. The reason why it crashes is because of the lighting engine. The lighting engine just cannot handle larger world sizes, unfortunately. There's like no... I mean, there is a way to fix it, obviously, but I don't know of it. I'm not a programmer at all. I just happen to know the basics of coding, just enough to get stuff done for the most part. This is gonna look better, actually. You'll have like leather armor or stuff here. But yeah, as I was saying, IndevPlus Plus crashes when you make a world that's too large because of the lighting engine, and we're probably not gonna be fixing that. It's way too much work. And even if we fix that, Minecraft player. Even if we fix that, chances are the world will run so slow that it will be unplayable unless we implement chunks. But I know that other people have attempted it in the past to implement chunks in InDev, and it was not pretty. So it's just not worth it. I just want to be done with InDev Plus by this point. So after the multiplayer is in a semi-playable state, we're just gonna call it a day and move on to the last mod, because I just want to make some progress. I don't know how I'm gonna do the cave biomes other than the deep dark. I have a cool idea for that because of how it would make a cave and globe. It's based on multiple maps, and back in the day, make every block obtainable. I know you love that sort of stuff, Potato. That's cool. Even Bedrock. If I make this map, I'll make a video promoting it, and then it probably make streams of playing it. I still don't know how I want to handle my playthrough of Legacy Plus. It's probably gonna be videos instead of streams. Because I kind of have that itch to work on videos again, you know, these days. I just don't really have as much time for it anymore because of me working on Legacy Plus and trying to find an internship and all that. It's really unfortunate, but I really hope that eventually I'll have a chance to make videos again. Probably not craftology though, because I just lost interest in that whole series. Biggest YouTuber could play it, which would be cool. I'm still waiting for a relatively big YouTuber to play Legacy Plus. Or not even play it, just make a video on it so that people actually know it even freaking exists. Because it's like one of the most obscure of all of these projects. The most popular, of course, being BTA. Everyone knows BTA by this point. As well as Re-InDev. NSS isn't as popular as those two, but it's still fairly popular. And then the rest of the mods are fairly obscure, like Minecraft Diverge, which I don't know if it's cancelled or not, but I definitely have seen less activity from the developer on that front. But yeah, like Minecraft Diverge, Legacy Plus, of course, all of these are fairly obscure. I don't have enough carpet for this, that's a shame. I have to get more. Okay, up here, as usual, the second floor is always the bedroom for me, and I forgot to take beds with me, great. Over here I'm gonna have the enchanting room, so let's just put a enchanting table there and a whole bunch of bookshelves all around it. Over here let's have some benches. Yeah, like this, because otherwise it's too close to the stairs. Here we go, benches. No table in the middle because it's gonna get in the way of the enchanting thing. Over there is gonna be the bedroom. Let's put some bookshelves there for decoration. Maybe like a flower pot on one of them, or on both of them. Why not? I also wanted to come out here to put a couple of little benches. There we go. I really wish that Minecraft had chairs, to be honest. I'm gonna use chairs a lot in my InDev Plus playthrough. They're just so cool. And Mojang's excuse is honestly freaking pathetic. Like, well, we don't want players to, you know, why am I talking in an Indian accent? I don't know. We don't want players to freaking. It's gonna limit creativity. Yeah, sure. Adding more stuff that players can use in builds definitely limits creativity. There's nothing stopping you from still making creative furniture with just stairs and stuff if you really want to. If that's your style, go for it. All the more power to you, but their excuse is just sad. All because they just can't be bothered to do it. Good job, Mojang. Alright, let's place these 3 beds down, and then I have to go get some red carpet. Fine, because my original name doesn't have a but another sound. I don't have a letter for it. Alright. Coolio. No, bedrock won't be obtainable every block that you can get in a normal survival. Oh, okay. Best part of the map is 100% survival. It has no rules. You can play it however you want in the true spirit of the game. Yes. That's honestly why a lot of people dislike InDev Plus. Soybean mentioned this in his stream last night. A lot of people don't like InDev Plus because, I mean, you still have the freedom, of course. You can technically do whatever you want, but with the addition of blood moons, especially the blood moons, I think it's entirely the blood moons' fault. You have to kind of sort of sometimes play the mod in a specific way. Like, say you're working on something, like a build project, and then all of a sudden you get a blood moon. You can keep working on the build project if you want to, but you're losing out on a chance to get some adminium. So you have to basically stop whatever you're doing and kill the giants and then continue working on it. So that's like the only thing I would say that kind of limits you in Dev Plus. You can only really afford to do stuff like that in the very late game when you have enough lanterns that you don't really have to worry about getting more adminium. You don't really need more adminium. Which is like the very late game. Even Soybean isn't at that point yet. Even he needs adminium still. So I think that's definitely the reason why so many people dislike InDev Plus. And the other reason is just because it tries to be a bit too modern, I guess. But that's not really a problem for me, just because I added a bunch of decorative blocks like the flower pots, for example, which I forgot that these things break instantly. Oh my god. I'm so used to InDev Plus, but just because I added stuff like flower pots doesn't really necessarily make it, oh, you're just doing release again. Like, no, bro, chill, it's just a few blocks. Like, what makes InDev is still there. The limited worlds, the healing system, all that stuff is still intact. The core gameplay, and everything. Every structure and armor trim will be obtainable, but I don't know if I can add bounding boxes. I don't have to use spawners. Hello Soybean, welcome back. Speak of the devil. You make an InDev Plus playthrough? Yes. Eventually, Minecraft player. Eventually I'll make it. I don't know when. Whenever I have time and whenever the Polyworld is finished, I'm definitely gonna do that. I know Trooper, I recognize you, Catter. Just change my YouTube username. I'm gonna change it to Trooper because that's easier. Give me a second. There you go. Should be updated. I'm also gonna update your name in the Wall of Fame. I actually added your name there earlier this stream, but you missed it, so now you get to see it again because I need to correct it. So yeah, let's head back. I'll bring all this stuff back with me because we basically don't really need any of it anymore. Actually, we might need the glowstone. Let's just place some glowstone up here. Let's not place some glowstone up here. Yeah, let's bring all this stuff back, and we need to get some red carpet. I want to see you play it for real. I can't play it because I can play only in peaceful, as you know. Even standard Minecraft, Asano, or did you find the in-dev mobs to be way too difficult? Because I don't blame you. In-dev mobs are actually kind of scary. Their pathfinding is freaking insane. It's so good. And they're kind of hard to deal with because they're also like basically alpha mobs. So they're not as nerfed as they are in the latest versions. InDev Plus has a peaceful mode. Yes, it does. It's a bit confusing, Asano. You switch difficulty. Difficulty is actually based on your character. So what you have to do is, from the main screen, you have like a little avatar there. That's your character. And you have a switch button. Click on the switch button, make a new character, and set the difficulty to peaceful. Once you set the difficulty, you can never change it back. But yeah, you can actually play my mod on peaceful. I did not remove peaceful or anything like that. In fact, I even added peaceful to my other mod that didn't have peaceful to begin with. Thanks. Of course, Trooper. It's how I roll. Okay, let's fix your sign. Alright. No, let's not fix your sign right now. Let's sleep first. And also store some of this stuff. I promise I won't forget. I will fix it in a second. InDev Plus is fun if you're willing to play Minecraft a little bit differently. Yes. A lot of people are just not open-minded enough. They just don't give the mod a proper chance. They either just boot up in creative mode and see a bunch of blocks that they recognize from modern and like, oh wow, this sucks. Or they play survival for a bit, they get their first blood moon and they're like, oh my god, this is unplayable. Torches are useless. Remember that one, Soybean? Okay, right, let's store some of this junk. What else? Furnaces. Oops. more chests. There we go. Alright. The other stuff, this stuff goes up here, the bookshelves. Enchanting tables. Honestly, flower pots and armor stands I'll keep close to me, and even anvils. Cauldrons and brewing stands? Bruh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this stuff close to me as well. I don't really have a special place for these because I don't have a whole lot of them. Okay, let's throw the doors. The signs, we didn't even need any of the signs. These other blocks down here. I did not skip Pre-Classic Plus. There's no point in making Pre-Classic Plus because it's almost the same as Classic. Classic Plus already has everything from Pre-Classic. So why should I make a Pre-Classic Plus? It makes literally no sense if you think about it. Give me 69 times. Try it after live stream. Alright. Yeah, we tried our best. It was Strotz's idea to add that button there. We tried our best to make it as clear as possible. Apparently it's still not clear enough to some people, but that's how it works. It's everything is character based. Your stats, your achievements, your inventory, your game rules, like the difficulty and all that stuff is based on your character, your game mode. Whether you have cheats enabled, even keep inventory, which is something that vanilla in-dev is lacking, even that is in the mod. So it's all based on character, all of it. The multiplayer will not be though, because we can't be bothered to do that for multiplayer, screw that. Multiplayer is gonna be the standard multiplayer experience, you're just gonna have a character for each server. It also works better that way. I wanna see a blood moon. Keep in mind, in blood moons, your torches will burn out, Asano. So, do be careful. Also, speaking of that, you won't get any blood moons if you play on peaceful. Because peaceful is peaceful, so there's no blood moons in peaceful. You have to play at least on easy to get blood moons. That's why, as a result, you can actually get that minium from Caves Worlds. In case you want to do an entirely peaceful run, you can. And you can still get the... well, you cannot get any of the charms now that I think about it, but whatever. You can still at the very least get a minium for basic stuff. Want to know opinion on Bloodborne? Hello David, welcome back. Bloodborne, awesome aesthetics. I freaking love the aesthetics. Lovecraftian horror is mwah, chef kiss. I love it. Gameplay, I don't care about. I really don't care about From Software games in the slightest. They're not the type of game I enjoy. But yeah, I love the aesthetics. I don't care about the gameplay. That's my opinion. Cauldron, brewing stand, armor stand, the cursed furnace. Oh wait, flower pot, cursed furnace, anvil. Okay, let's get some more red dye. Let's also go fix the Hall of Fame, the Wall of Fame, and update it with Trooper's new name. Why am I going that way? I mean, I guess I can go that way, but that's the long way. I think I calculated that I've had about 12 blood moons in my in-depth plus streams. Yes. That is pretty good, Soybean. Considering you've played the game for 165 days, having 12 blood moons is pretty alright. In fact, it's a little bit too little. It might feel like a lot to you because you got very unlucky. You got like several in a row, but overall you haven't had that many. I want to make a map for beta as well, but I don't know any ideas. Sounds a lot like Terraria. It is, Trooper. Like the main inspiration for in-depth plus is Terraria. Because I used to love that game. I no longer care about it because it has way too much content, but the old versions were top tier. It also makes sense because Terraria also has limited sized worlds, just like in-depth plus, so Was killed by Blood Moon. Oh, you finally got your first Blood Moon. How was it? I presume not very good, considering you got killed. At least for 2 hours. I would if I had money to buy it, David. And honestly, I still don't care even about Elden Ring. I know that it's like the big thing that everyone are playing it. I just don't care. I played Demon Souls and Dark Souls. I played back in the day. I did not enjoy either of those games. I just don't really enjoy the gameplay, the combat. I love what From Software does with their like lore and world building and aesthetics and atmosphere and all that. I love that, but the gameplay is not something I enjoy. Simple as that. Okay, so this is actually Trooper, 14.99. Oh, forgot the dollar sign. 14.99 Patreon. My first go-tier Patreon. Again, thank you so much, Trooper. Really appreciate it. I don't want to play, but my friend made me. Then I ended up with 200 hours. I noticed you're playing it on Steam. What's your opinion on the MD3 models? You already asked me that. I think they're cursed as hell. They don't fit the game at all, but they kind of have their own charm in a way. I had like 5 in a row one time between 2 streams. Yes. You can fly in Creative Asano. There's a keybind for that. Check your options. By default, it's C. Press C to fly. I coded the flight myself. I did not port it from a newer version or anything. I made it myself, so that's why. More patrons, yes. What's the Adminium chest? Adminium chest is basically an ender chest. It is tied to your character and it carries items through different worlds. That's basically what it is. It's made with a blood pearl and 8 adminium. I forgot to take shears. Crap. Let me do that. Oh. Nice, it works. Of course it does. You can change the keybind at any time. You can change basically any keybind. Uh-oh! It's spawning chickens outside. That explains how we had a stray pig. I'm gonna have to fix that. Play InDev Plus for 364 days and had 35 blood moons. 364 days in the game. Okay. I was like, wait, that's impossible. The mod came out like half a year ago, but no, I think you mean in game. Wow, you've actually played more than Soybean. That's impressive. Okay, I don't want that. Screw off. I do want the feather though. I can make you play Elden Ring, then Deep Rock Galactic shall make you a fellow dwarf. I am more interested in Deep Rock Galactic, yes. Because it's a first-person shooter. I love shooters, so. I have to go now. Alright, see ya, Soybean. Thanks for stopping by. Hello, James. Welcome back. You cheating? Yes, there are Steven human spawns. You can also throw the spears, by the way. Press right click and you'll throw the spear. Today I'm working on the server. Ah! Someone else is working on multiplayer, I see. Good luck. You're gonna need it. Not even gonna sugarcoat it. Multiplayer sucks. It sucks making multiplayer. I hate netcode so much. Alright, let's do this again. It's already been an hour. Wow, I'm barely gonna have enough time to get ice. Any rabbit's foot? Oh wow, I actually got a rabbit's foot again. Nice. It's not even my looting sword. Every time I see this white bunny with the red eyes, I think it's the killer bunny. I'm like, oh my god. But no, unfortunately it cannot spawn naturally, even from a spawner like this. Poaching stuff sucks. Wait until you have to make your own netcode. I had to do that for Classic Plus and it was not fun. At least in InDev Plus we actually use the InDev MP mod by Sith as a base. So it's way easier, but Classic Plus was all done from scratch basically, and it shows because you've played it, James. You've seen how unstable that is. It's a miracle it even works to begin with. Yes, Potato. I read that the rabbits are much smaller in 1.9. Thank God for that, because they look very goofy when they're this big. Just realized that most of this experience I've gotten is from killing poor animals. Making multiplayer sucks in any engine compared to everything else. The thing is, David, I'm not even using an engine. I'm literally coding it from scratch. That's what I had to do in Classic Plus. I had to code my own multiplayer, my own netcode. Well, not necessarily from scratch. I did use the netcode that already existed as a base, but it was so little. It was like almost nothing. Engines actually make multiplayer much easier because at least you don't have to code the actual framework of it yourself. No such love InDev Plus. Glad to hear that. I tried my best to make InDev Plus as appealing to as many players as possible. There's creative mode, there's obviously the peaceful stuff, which is really peaceful because again there's no blood moons on peaceful. There's hardcore mode. I should have played the snapshot where it could spawn. I know, I just don't have the time to play snapshots. I just briefly go over the change logs, just know what to expect, and that's it. How to use Moonwatch? You don't really use it. The Moonwatch just does its own thing. It basically displays every morning, every dawn, the Moonwatch updates if there's gonna be a blood moon the following night. If there is, the little moon in the center is gonna be a blood moon. If there isn't, it's gonna be a regular moon. That's how it works. And because you're playing on peaceful, it basically doesn't do anything. It's a useless item. It will always say the next night is a regular night. Because there's no blood moons on peaceful. Bow is AK-47 because that's how it is in old Minecraft, Asano. Did you not know that? Literally, it was like that until Beta 1.8. Beta 1.8 revamped the bows. Ruby Revived. Oh, I remember that mod. I actually worked on that. Back in 2019, I worked on Ruby Revived. Back when I still didn't know how to... any Java. I didn't know how to code anything. So, my contributions to that mod were freaking god-awful. Holy crap. I didn't know how OpenGL worked back then, so instead of actually making each tile a different color, I just made a bajillion new tiles with different texture IDs, and I used that. That's why it takes like forever to generate a map. I was completely clueless. I've really come a long way since then. Okay, how much do I have? Honestly, that might be enough. I really want to save some dye for later. You never know when you're gonna need more red dye. Alright, let's store this crap and get out of here. I have a lot of mutton by now. Okay, honestly, I don't want feather. Vanilla commands working. Commands didn't exist at all in InDev. I made my own command system, and there's the basics. There's a game mode, spawn, which spawns a mob. There's a give, all that stuff. You can just /help Asano to see the list of commands. Ruby Revived was a very cool idea. I really wish it didn't die, but it did. It's been a dead project since 2020, unfortunately. Okay. Let's catch some Z's. And also store this. Oh wait, I forgot to store the... I always forget to store the shears. Let me do that. Alright, see ya, Minecraft player. Thanks for stopping by. I have something in my throat. Okay. Boop. I wonder if I can actually move these on top. Oh wow, I can. But that looks worse. I'm gonna keep it as it was. Generator has cute animation. Yeah, Nitpick made the most of the machine sprites were made by Nitpick, one of our artists. She's really good at what she does. I think the only machines that machine block textures that I made were the vacuum and detector. The rest were made by Nitpick, including the animations. So the fan and the generator, which are animated, she made those. Right click on it again, Asano. There's a freaking egg there. I see you, spy chicken. Can't fool me. Right, here we are, back in the nether. Let's lay down the carpet and... Oh! Crap, I forgot the armor. Hold on. Going back. I forgot the armor. I always forget something. How can I escape from a chair? It's one of the funniest things I've read, and I don't know why. Help! How do I get off of a chair? How do chairs work? Just imagine saying that in real life. How do I escape from a chair? The more I read that, the funnier it becomes. You can also do other cool stuff with the chair, Asano. If you take an axe and you like, you have to sneak and right click on a chair with an axe and you make a stool. That's a pretty neat feature there. Okay, actually I have an idea. I don't have enough leather though. Crap. Oh, do I? I might have leather upstairs. I really wish I had chainmail armor, but the only set of chainmail armor that I have, I really should have crafted more chainmail armor. Crap, I had the fire blocks on me, and I never used them. I should have used them to make more sets of chainmail armor. Okay, let's make this. I forgot you can actually do this. And do I have any more leather? I mean, I can always get some more leather from cows, I guess. Oh, I do have leather. Okay, excellent. I can even trade this leather. I should probably do that. I might do that by the end of this stream. I'm gonna trade the leather. I don't need it for anything else anyway. Except decorative armor, I guess. Oh yeah, I also wanted to get paintings. Right. Okay. First things first though. Let's dye this stuff. Let's get some paintings. I can get out of the chair. You too? I just said right click on the chair. Yes, paintings. There we go. I can use these tripwire hooks. Actually, I have an idea. Why most creatures have helmets? Mobs have a random armor assigned to them. And the armor does actually protect them, it's not only visual. They also have a very slight chance to actually drop the armor they're wearing as well. Including diamond armor. But it's a very, very low chance. Even with a golden weapon which has looting, it's still a very low chance. So don't expect to get it very often. Soybean has gotten like diamond leggings and a diamond chest plate. So only like twice, maybe 3 times he has gotten diamond armor from mobs. It's very interesting. Back on your main account, I see. Good Markov player. Welcome back. Okay, now we're ready. Climb up. The long climb. It's like the long drive, but cue the Snake Eater music right here. Yes. What a thrill. Man, I love that game. One of my favorite games from the PS3 era. Metal Gear Solid 3, masterpiece. I mean, if you couldn't tell, my skin is literally Big Boss from that game. All of them wear diamond armor. You must have gotten very lucky, because it's completely random, Asano. It was just a joke. Oh. Oh, I fell for it. Okay. So, fill this up. Yeah, that was definitely enough carpet. Okay, let's place these down. Yeah, that looks really evil. I like that. That's the only thing dyed armor is good for, to be honest. Freaking armor stands. I honestly should probably add armor stands to InDev Plus. They're gonna feel very cursed seeing armor stands in InDev, but at least it gives armor a little bit of use. Like the lower tiers of armor. The only armor you really need is obviously diamond armor, but that's kind of hard to get. So the only armor you really need is emerald armor and iron armor at the very beginning. All the other tiers of armor are kind of useless. Kind of crap. Okay, let's grab all the rest of this stuff. Okay, let me place some paintings down. That's kebab. Creeper. Creeper. Oh man. I want the sunset one here. Oh, I remember this. I hate this. Again, InDev Plus, please help me. Oh, I could actually have a bigger painting here. Yeah, there we go. Fine. I'll settle for that. Whoa, that's a big one. Yeah, sure. Actually, no, I want the big one over there. Crap. It's even bigger. Get out of here. You know what? Good enough. And let's have a big one over here. It's not centered. That pisses me off. You know what? Wither, good enough. I don't like that painting at all, but and now I get the sunset, of course. Okay, these paintings should make this place a little bit more lively. Yeah, let's have that there. AK-47 bow. Almost stands in InDev Plus. Don't get your hopes up. The chances of me adding that to the mod are like very slim. Because again, as I said, it would feel wrong in InDev to have armor stands. And knowing people, they're just gonna complain again that, oh, why are you adding stuff that already exists? Come up with new ideas, even though it's like near impossible to come up with new ideas these days. I don't want the creeper one. I want it like either the plant or the... I already have that one. Come on. So this is the worst. And to think, there we go, finally. And to think that this still works like this in freaking modern baffles me. Like, Mojang is just so incompetent. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Jep isn't a great artist. I think he's decent. He's definitely better than Japa. Japa is the worst in my opinion. There's like a very small handful of textures from Japa that I actually like. Yeah, you can, Asano. You can interact with the world. When you sleep, you don't actually skip the night, you just regain health. That's how sleeping works in my mod. Bruh. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep that. No, I'm not gonna keep that because of the freaking window. Okay, sure. I don't care anymore. Just put the random paintings all around. No, not the... If you're gonna put a big one, yeah, there. Ah, crap. You know what? It looks better there. So, something over here. Kebab, sure. These nether villagers really love art, don't they? I won't complain. A lot of people will. And me included. Honestly, I don't... I said this before, and I feel like armor stands, even in 1.8, they just feel way too modded. I already placed paintings here. I forgot. You can also expand on the table, Asana. You can make the table extra wide by placing more tables next to it. Here's an annoying fact. Smooth lighting doesn't work on water. That's still the case in the modern game? How? I know it's an issue in beta and even early release, but in the modern freaking game? Mojang, why? You have more than enough resources. I've seen modders, single individual modders like Silver, make smooth lighting work on stuff like doors. And I'm sure Silver can do it for water as well. You mean to tell me a freaking massive team of like so many talented programmers can't freaking fix such a relatively simple issue? I mean, it's not simple at all, let's be real, but they have the resources and manpower to do it. If a single person can do it, how come Mojang can't? That is baffling. Wow. Again, I knew that it was an issue in these earlier versions, but I had no idea it was an issue in the modern game. I love art. Add an achievement if someone sits on a chair and press many times shift. How can I escape from the chair? Nah. Chairs are already used in an achievement. 12-year bug. Yes, literally. Ever since smooth lighting got added in beta 1.3, it has been a bug. But I'm baffled to find out. I learned something new today. I'm baffled to find out that this is still an issue in the modern game. But then again, I shouldn't be surprised, honestly. Like, Mojang has done... Oh, wow, I have a lot of Netherworld. Mojang has been, like, doing so poorly. They're like the most mixed developer ever. They either do amazing stuff with the game or they just fail miserably. It would be funny if it wasn't sad. Well, painting went outside. Don't care. I have a lot of these. I have a sheep farm, so it doesn't bother me. Here's a terrible idea. Let's try to mimic that side with the paintings. Otherwise, it's gonna take... Oh, no, it actually didn't take that long. Nice. What if I put a painting over here? Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay, good enough. Let's put a big one over here. Yes, let's put some big paintings right here. Look at that. Why is the rose missing? I just realized that. That is so cursed. The original painting has a rose next to a skeleton head. This one doesn't. This is literally the original painting by Christopher Zetterstrand, but without the rose. Bruh. Okay, Faithful has failed me. that irritates me. That makes me angry. Creepy cave noise. Okay, finally. I'm actually running out of paintings. Wow, I'm actually gonna use up most of my paintings here. Some crafted paintings. No wonder nobody uses them. Like this system, this is still the same in the modern game as well. That's something else Mojang I really hope they do something about soon. Because this is just horrible. It's been like this since the very beginning. Since paintings were first introduced in in-depth, it has been like this. It's baffling. Again, I made my own GUI for this in like a single afternoon. You mean to tell me a large team of talented developers with like years of coding experience can't do that? Of course they can, they just don't care. Used to make secret doors with them back in the day. I remember doing that too. Fun times. Okay, actually I have an idea what I want to put here. I want the angel one as well. Please give me the fighter scene. Oh, of course not. Let's try to get the angel one. Yeah, I don't have the angel one in here. Let's try to get it. It's gonna take forever, but by God will I get it. I think it's called Void, the one with the angel. Come on. Watch me spend the rest of the stream doing this. So much for gathering ice. Okay, there we go. Honestly, yeah, we only have half an hour to go. Might end it off earlier today, because I'm getting a bit hungry, so. Quiver, it's almost the same recipe as a bow, except one less, okay, so hold on. It's the same recipe as the bow, except where you have the string, you put leather or aluminium, and where you have the sticks, you put string. And there's one less string. So it's almost the same recipe as the bow, just a little bit swapped. The original quiver recipe was was really bad. Holy crap. No one in their right mind would have guessed the original. Okay, I underestimated how big that painting is. Whatever, let's have like a single painting there. There, whatever. Okay, pick up some of these stragglers and let's get out of here, because I'm sick and tired of this place. Okay, let's not forget to do the villager spawner, because that's funny. Hey, the new way to make netherite armor seems a little annoying to me. Yeah, I think it makes sense, and it's definitely much better than what it was before, because it makes it somewhat more difficult to acquire. I mean, more luck-based doesn't necessarily mean more difficult, but you know what I mean. Alright. Look at that, villager spawner, yay, okay, let's get out of here. I've had enough. I probably should have put the villager spawner in the castle, but whatever. Marketplace seems to make more sense. Why was Rana in the game? She was just a test model made by Doc And Doc was the artist for the game at the time, the first artist that Notch hired. He was actually the first Mojang team member that ever existed after Notch, all the way back in InDev. But him and Notch quickly parted ways after Notch realized that I don't know if they had like some personal beef or anything, but I do know that Notch realized that Doc's style doesn't really fit the game, so that's why Rana existed very briefly in the game. It's an interesting part of the game's history, that's for sure. Alright, let's go back. And we have half an hour to gather ice. Might as well do that. Let me just store the rest of this stuff and we'll go and gather up some ice. I shouldn't really gather the ice from here because this is still an ice biome. I'm gonna do it from the 19A swamp, because that one is no longer an ice biome, and I should recover its original state. Okay. Oh, nether wart. I should store that elsewhere. Let's see. Carpets go here. Nether bricks over here. I already had 2 nether bricks. Oh, whatever, let's get rid of them. Goodbye. Glass, of course. Glass and lava. I only have a stack of bricks. I'm gonna have to go to the brick pyramid soon and mine some more bricks. I should also make something with bricks. It's been a while since I've built anything out of bricks. Like standard regular bricks. I have good info. If you spawn many harpies, like 200, the game will start lagging. Probably because of their pathfinding. No, in normal circumstances, you never get to see over 200 harpies. So, creative mode related stuff that you can only do in creative mode, I don't care about. The harpies use an advanced pathfinding that's based off the ghast pathfinding, but a little bit different. Okay, store that there. Get 1 bed from here. Alright, let's get some cobble. It's always nice to have building blocks on you. Hate Beast Boy. I think you hate all the MG3 mobs. We already established that. Okay, let me grab my Silk Touch pickaxe and store this stuff. Now at least I'm no longer running quote-unquote low on nether wart, so that's good. I'm basically set with nether wart for a while. And the farm that I have in the nether there in the nether village is much more efficient than the farm I have down here. Because nether wart grows much slower in the overworld. Okay, let's also store this and this. I still need to make these 3 farms, but whatever. Let me grab my special pickaxe. I like bookshelf designs. Thank you. It's I was planning that making bookshelf style entities like that way before Mojang even announced their own special bookshelves. And it's also, I think it's very dumb how the way they made it be a separate block. I think that's very dumb. I thought that they made it a separate block so that it doesn't mess up people's original bookshelves. But as it turns out, it kind of does, because they all look empty. You have to fill them up with books yourself, but which could be annoying, especially for long-term players. But at least it doesn't like crash the game or anything due to a missing tile entity. I thought that would actually happen. I was very worried when I added those, but no, they converted just fine. So I don't know why Mojang decided to make it a separate block ID, other than I guess making it somewhat easier for existing players who have had a world for a long time. What am I doing in here? I need to go outside. Touch some grass. Let's go. Wow, I touched grass! Yay! Okay, gather ice. Let's already remove that. Hello, Idiac. Welcome back. It's been a while. Well, I can't read Japanese still, though. I'm sorry. I need those speculation builds because I got tired. Oh wait, you removed them from the repo? I think the only one I was interested in Nazco, to be honest, was the Ruby Dung one, because the Ruby Dung actually at least has solid evidence. We have screenshots of it. Can you at least keep that one? I remember the first time I got to play PC Minecraft was a little after I started playing on Pocket Edition, around like 2 months after the Pretty Scary update came out. I think you said that yesterday, Trooper. At least you said that you started with Pocket Edition. It was at an internet cafe. Oh, wow. Creative Land server. Interesting. Internet cafes were no longer a thing, at least where I live, by the time Minecraft came out. But I used to play GTA in internet cafes when I was little. GTA San Andreas, primarily. Last day in 1.8.9? Yes, Idiac. Next week I'll be taking a break, so no streams next week, and the week after we're gonna be on 1.9. The combat update. Yay. Can you not tell how excited I am for that update? By the tone of my voice. Alright, let's start getting this ice. Does it seriously not leave behind water? I think it doesn't. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. I guess I'll keep getting ice here until I fill up my inventory, after which I'll end off the episode. I wanted to get more ice, but that build took longer than I expected. I didn't even mess up all that much. Time literally flies that fast. This is gonna be a problem if ice no longer leaves behind water when you break it. I guess it's only because when I do it with Silk Touch, maybe? But then what's the point of me breaking all this ice? I actually want it back. That is a very dumb feature. Why doesn't ice leave behind water anymore? I mean, I guess, yeah, it has to be the Silk Touch, so that I can't, like, dupe ice, but come on. Do we have Cave Game Tech Test? There is a remake of it. Yeah, I did. Does it save at all? No, it doesn't save. We do not have Cave Game Tech Test. There is a remake of it. I'm sure Nasco has made a version that actually saves, though. Ask him. He's in the chat after all. He can provide further information. Land houses are gone. Yes. I mean, people still do them, but they're very uncommon. I'm from a third world country, so they are very much still a thing even now. Oh, wow. If I make exact clone of RG, one with trees and one without trees, like make it better, I'll add them to the... I would love to, but I really need to focus on InDev plus MP Nasco, so rip. If you don't do them, then rip. DVD rent shops are gone. Yes. Netflix replaced them. On-demand video. Let's place down water buckets. That's gonna take forever, Potato. I'm too lazy to do that. Oh, fantastic. More rain. As if it wasn't raining enough in real life. Ice only leaves water if you don't break it with a pickaxe. Oh. Bruh. Has to be on top of a block, too. Yes, I have. When anything burns, it becomes gray, Asano. It's actually a new block called ash. It stacks, and you actually need ash to make fertilizer, because bone meal doesn't work the way you would expect it to. So that's the use for ash. The Minecraft recreation project, Potato. It's basically what I started and Nasco took over afterwards, and it recently went public, so you can actually get all the remakes and play them for yourself now. I think you were one of the people who were interested in them, so have fun. You're so sick, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you get better soon. Yeah, Nasco decided to go public with the project recently. Like a month ago, as he said earlier. Can't believe it's already been a month though, that's insane. This is really annoying how only some of the water is there and it like creates this flowing water, so I have to actually like go around and pick up the ice. This is very annoying. Oh well. I still need this ice. I'm gonna need it for the future. No, really, to be honest. I wanted the terrain, but I just downloaded your Polyworld to get it. Well, you can now get your own terrain. You can make your own world. Holy crap, it turns dark fast. Whoa! That was scary. Wow, okay, let's sleep, because that genuinely actually frightened me a little bit. I was not expecting it to turn this dark this quickly. I guess it's because of the rain. Thank God it's gone now. This freaking water here is a mess. The shaders actually make it look a little bit nicer than it actually is, but boy is it a pain to traverse. Have you seen the Minecraft Authentic Update mod? No. It's been almost half a year since you blew up. It's been more than a year since I blew up. It's been more than a year since Mr. Epic made that video that featured me. So much incredible. What is? Let's see if I can start that roleplay Minecraft. Let's play today, but we'll see. Oh! Let me sub to your channel. Oh, you have better beta as well. I see. Minecraft World Tour and a bunch of other stuff. Yes, I'm definitely subbing. There you go. Gave you a sub. Let's bring the chat back up. Cactoid record. That one is actually a song made by Notch. You really don't know much about the early versions, don't you, Asano? This is kind of funny. That record is actually a song that was made for Minecraft by Notch, but it went unused because of it. It just didn't fit with the songs that C418 made. So that's why it went unused. But yeah, that's a song originally made for the game. I just added it as a music disc because why not? Welcome to the stream, Rai. It's been a while. One sub. I think you have like over 100 though, Trooper, so not too bad. Not too shabby, as they say. Okay, this is gonna take a while. It's gonna take a long while, actually. I'm gonna keep going until my inventory fills up, and by that point it's gonna be time to end off the stream. Oh, finally these shaders actually look really nice underwater. I remember when I started using shaders back in 1.0 in this playthrough. The underwater was like so broken. I forget when it got fixed, but it was like that for a while. I think it got fixed in like 1.4, maybe even 1.5. Some of my videos got lucky with the algorithm, but I got burnt out and I hadn't uploaded anything other than those videos 3 weeks ago. Understandable, yeah. I haven't had... actually, no. I had one video that blew up in the algorithm, and that's one of my letter themes. A project that's long since been finished with Death Note. That video actually blew up. And it's sitting at like over 300,000 views right now. Too bad the video itself is not monetized. Because it's obviously copyrighted music from Death Note. But hey, that's the humble origins of my channel. Those letter themes back when I was an edgy teenager. I was really edgy back then. I think most people were when they were teens. Someone's playing Bad to the Bone in public today. Oh my god. Bad to the bone. I'm bad to the bone. Use it near water. Will sugarcane spawn? Yes. Yes, it will. Originally, I added that feature because there was like no way for people to obtain sugarcane in worlds made before 0.2 when sugarcane was added. But now it doesn't really matter anymore because you can just make a new world and go to it and get some sugarcane that way thanks to the character system. But it is still a feature. Why should I remove it? It's cool. Because it's still nice to have it in case you... there is very rare chances, especially if you make a small world, to have a world where there's no sugarcane at all. So you can actually you can make sugarcane of your own using that method. Because it's still perfectly possible, you just won't get access to everything, but it is perfectly possible to play the game, to play the mod in just a single world. But that's not what In-Depth Plus is about. The whole idea behind In-Depth Plus is the character system and being able to visit multiple worlds at once and not lose progress. That's the selling point of the mod after all. From 9 years ago, yeah. This channel is approaching its 10-year anniversary actually. I made it in 2013 in like September, October, November. At the end of 2013 is when I made this channel. I was active on YouTube way before that. I was active on YouTube since like 2008. I was using it as a kid to just watch videos. And then in mid 2013, I had a friend of mine upload stuff to his channel that I made. Some edgy videos again. Because back then I didn't actually have a YouTube channel. I just used the platform as a guest. So I didn't make this channel until 2013. This is like my original channel. I have a couple of other channels that I primarily use for viewing. I have one that I use to upload real life stuff. Not real life stuff, but for like university and whatnot. I have one for viewing because all my subscriptions are actually on that channel. I'm too lazy to carry it over. And then I have a backup channel just in case anything happens to my other channels. "20 years ago I was 0. 20 years ago I was 4. I'll turn 30 in 12. I'm old. I'll turn 30 years old in 6 years. Soon to be 5. You're a baby, Idiac. You're literally a baby to me. 9 years ago I was 7. You just leaked your age. Haha. No, James, I'm -1. Yeah, Nazco is still in his womb. He's very talented at coding. He's coding from his mom's womb. Oh, brother. I remember visiting YouTube when I was 1 year old. How do you remember something when you were 1 year old? What? You definitely weren't 1, Idiac. That must have been later. No one remembers stuff when they were like 1 year old. 2 years old, some people, very rarely. But 1 year old, definitely not. 9 years ago, I was 8. I find that a bit hard to believe. Goodbye, Minecraft player. Thanks for stopping by. It's -1, not -1. I don't know what song you're referring to, Nazco. I don't listen to the same music you listen to. You should know that by now. I'm into more hardcore stuff. I went from like industrial metal, Rammstein, Iron Maiden, like traditional heavy metal. I went from that to straight up black metal. Well, not exactly, but yeah, I started with the soft stuff, and now I listen to almost entirely the hardcore stuff. I remember from my early days of internet browsing is watching this one YouTube video of comically small-sized cars. At the time I was 5 or 4. Yeah, I think my earliest memory is also when I was 3, right? That's the case for most people. Some people have like very vague and specific memories when they were 2 years old, but no one has memories from when they were like 1 year old or even like months old. I don't know what it is. I think there was some scientific explanation for that, but you just don't really remember stuff when you were that young. I think your like brain isn't fully developed yet at that point to actually, like, you know, record memories. I think that was the biological explanation for it. I don't know. I don't study biology. Hello, Cockitch. Welcome back. It's been a while. Just wanted to let you know that I can't really be on stream since my computer is having some problems lately. Oh boy, I hope you get them resolved soon. Might be time to upgrade. I hope you have a fun stream. Thank you, and see ya, Cockitch. Your brain is very smooth, Lil. Man, how much stuff can I carry? This is crazy. I really wish I could restore this to its original state, but I'll have to make do with this. The water actually, ironically, ends up looking much nicer like this than it would if it was all flat. Especially with the shaders. It's just a pain to navigate. That's the problem. For real now, back in 2011 and 2012, YouTube was amazing for me. I absolutely loved watching Lego stop motion videos. I was never a big fan of those, but I watched other things, but yeah, early YouTube was different. Remember the original slogan of YouTube? Broadcast yourself? Yeah, so much for that. Yeah, early YouTube was about the individual. Modern YouTube is about the company. Hello Tristan, welcome back. I'm gonna make you able to write players. Okay. Sounds kinda goofy, but go for it. Should be easy, because you're modding a version that already has writing entities, so just make it so that you can write players. I was way too young to be having unrestricted internet access, but I guess that goes for almost everyone. I had unrestricted access. I criticize parents a lot. Whenever I see a child on my stream or on soybean streams, but now that I think about it, I was basically the same, but I wasn't watching live streams. I was also not like browsing dangerous websites, really. I was just messing around on YouTube. But some children are different. So I think it is important. But shaders, it would be ugly. Definitely right. There is a reason why I use shaders after all. They make not only the world but also my builds look way nicer. I mean, look at this freaking shack that I built back in 19A of Classic. It's terrible. It's incredibly basic, but it actually looks semi-decent with the shaders, especially with the water and the reflections and all that. And the lens flare. Christian also. Just 2 days I wanted to understand languages that I didn't speak. I never really cared for that, to be honest, Idiac. It would be cool, don't get me wrong, but I never really cared for that. Ever since I was a kid, I never really cared for languages all that much. I definitely appreciate them a lot more as an adult. Like German, for example. I used to hate German when I was a kid. And when I was a teen, because I was like forced to learn it, but now I appreciate it a lot more. I had unrestricted access, but the internet back then was not as bad as now, and I was so scared of getting a virus. I was really scared of any shady ads, really. Yeah, you should be. I was also kind of scared, but I think I only got a virus on my PC like once when I was a kid. I somehow kept myself safe. I guess the Windows XP aesthetic just made things creepier. I don't really like the Windows XP aesthetic. Feel free to crucify me, I really don't like it. My favorite Windows UI was Windows 7. Windows 7 just looked gorgeous. Windows 11 actually looks pretty okay as well. I actually much prefer it over Windows 10. It's still flat, but it's colorful. And it has more detail than Windows 10 did. I don't blame my parents. You know, it was still a little bit of an odd thing for them at the time, especially since they're pretty old for being my parents. Oh, wow. Yeah, my parents were actually very young, so they were very into tech, especially my dad. I guess that's why I had unrestricted access. And, my mom tried to be more restrictive, but it didn't work out as well. In the olden days, you were safer than now, I think. Definitely right, absolutely. Now kids have Discord and that's cringe, yes. It got grating. Windows 7 didn't. Where do I keep my eyes? Where do I keep my eyes? What? Okay, there we go. Wow, I have a lot of ice. That's good. I can craft so much packed ice in the future, which is awesome. Alright, coming up to the end of the stream here, folks. Let me store my pickaxe away. Might have to also sleep. Old internet software aesthetics are truly amazing, in my opinion. They age decently in general, and yeah, Web 7 looks... Is that Web 7? Aren't we on like Web 3 right now? Oh, Windows 7, my bad. Looks outdated as hell, but that's because other apps don't have similar aesthetics anymore. Yeah, exactly. If you compare it with other apps, you can tell, if you compare it with other like UIs, you can definitely tell that it's a product of its time, but it still looks good. It's just like iOS 6. iOS 6 also looks really good on its own. It just looks outdated when you compare it to like iOS 7 and Android, because it's all flat, and I really don't like flat design. At least one thing that makes me happy is that there was the whole craze with flat design recently, but at least it's kind of dying out in favor of a mix between skeuomorphic design and flat design. I forgot what it's called. We studied this in university. I forgot the name, but it's basically a mix between both, and that's what most companies are going for nowadays. Windows 11 is a good example. The icons are fairly detailed, but they're still like flat and colorful enough to be something in between, and I kind of like that. Of course, I still prefer skeuomorphism over all, but this is still a pretty good design. Definitely a step up from flat. By banging your head into your monitor while Eclipse IDE is open. That's how I code my mods, definitely, especially multiplayer. That's literally how I do it, my process. Companies be like, yes, gradient right now. Yeah, a lot of companies do use gradients. Still better than flat though, definitely. Simplicity looks good, but too much is terrible. Absolutely. I think companies learn that, IDIAC. In case of viruses in the earlier internet, I was definitely not very careful and actually destroyed one computer with viruses. I never destroyed my computer with viruses, but I definitely destroyed Windows with viruses. I only got like viruses once, and I got like several to the point where the Windows had to be reinstalled, but I actually learned my lesson after that, and I haven't had too many problems since. Learned my lesson after that. Same, Trooper, same. But the reason why companies, going back to the topic about the whole skeuomorphic and flat design, the reason why companies went for flat design is when you have a flat icon, it's actually much easier to remember it. It's like much more recognizable to the average user than some highly detailed one. So the new design that they have, the mix between skeuomorphism and flat, is basically a win-win, because it's still fairly flat, it's still fairly memorable and recognizable, but at the same time it also looks much nicer, so it's also more appealing to new users. That's like the whole psychology behind that. Playing Subnautica hardcore while you stream, and I'm doing pretty well. Nice. Have fun, because the stream is about to end, Potato. I learned my lesson too. I'm not exactly sure what I installed, but I remember the PC would refuse to boot. I never had anything that bad actually, Trooper, but I just made a lot of stuff basically unusable. So we had to reinstall Windows. Average young internet user. Alright. That's gonna be it for today, folks. Keep in mind, next week is break week, meaning absolutely no streams next week. I need a break, and we're gonna be back the week after, which is, let me check. I can never remember. May 29th. We're gonna be back on May 29th with version 1.9. So, looking forward to that, kind of. I hope you are too, and yeah. With that being said, thank you all for watching, and have a good one. Bye bye.